Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Geeks Around. My name is DeAno Jackson. I am your executive producer. Of course, here today we are here to discuss Iron Man 3. Now, a warning before we even get into this. If you have not seen Iron Man 3 yet, this is not the video for you. We do have a review on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this live, you can go ahead and search for it and you'll find it. If you're not watching this live, you will find it in the description. But only listen to this if you have already seen Iron Man 3, because we are about to spoil the shit out of it. Joining me as always is my host, Matt Moore. What's going on, Matt?
Not much. Were we supposed to see Iron Man 3 before being in the discussion?
Oddly enough, I've heard that helps. I have heard that helps.
Oh, okay. I might have watched it once or twice or 4 times.
Okay, well, yeah, you kind of qualify. We'll go ahead and go with it just this once. Also joining us, of course, Aisha Franklin. Welcome back to the round, Aisha.
Thank you for having me.
You ready to discuss some Iron Man 3?
Sure.
All right, let's just get into it first with just general impressions of the movie. For me, it's like I'm just going to say it period point blank. It was better than the second one, which not honestly that hard to do because the second one sucked, but it was not as good as the first one. Thoughts?
I agree with that particular point. I actually believe that, okay, everybody loves the Iron Man movies, and the Iron Man movies are really cool, but they're not, I don't think they're as great as people say they are. I think they're very good, but, for example, I personally think Thor and Captain America were better than Iron Man. So that just goes. I know that's probably blasphemy for most of our viewers, but hey.
How about you, Aisha?
Well, it's hard for me to say. Certain things I liked about it. I like the scene they had with the little kid, how they incorporated his relationship with Iron Man, a.k.a. the mechanic. And I also liked how it showed Tony Stark's soft side with Pepper. That was actually a nice dynamic to see.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, for those of you watching, before we even get too far into this discussion, I'm telling you, it's like we are doing something right now for Geeks Around we have never, ever done before. If you would like to join us here as we're discussing this, you can do so. Just come on to our site, geeksaround.com. Look for this video link. You will find the join link in the description. Live. How about that one? Don't count on us doing that one very often. Good God. But anyways, like, do we just? How bad do we want to just kind of talk about the twist that I struggled during the review to not talk about?
Very
bad. Can we just get into that now, like just straight up off the top?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I've been saving this up since I did the review. Okay, so all the advertisers are like, okay, it's like we're finally seeing this classic Iron Man villain, the Mandarin. Finally, it's gonna be the Mandarin, played by Ben Kingsley, which was a good choice for the Mandarin. Only Ben Kingsley isn't the Mandarin. He's a stand-in. The ridiculous twist in this is that all of a sudden it's like, no, it's not the Mandarin. It's just some guy. Well, what the fuck was his name in the movie? Trevor Slattery. Out-of-work actor that's portraying this villainous role of the Mandarin. They took this character and they completely fucked it up.
Yes, but his depiction of Macbeth is something what was it? There was an online rumor about an actor that came out by this name before the movie came out that said his depiction of the Royal Shakespeare Company's Macbeth was a triumph or something like that.
I have no idea what that means.
It means the actor was actually spoiled before the movie.
Oh, okay.
But not in association with the movie.
Huh. But it was so stupid. It's like I remember this scene. I remember this scene that scene so well where they finally did this big reveal that he wasn't who he thought he was. You know, up until this point, he was not the Mandarin. And it's like, and at first it's like, I mean, I thought the Mandarin character was fucking with Tony. I really did. Thought he was fucking with Tony. It's like, wait, he's pretending to not be him now. I was like, wait, what's going on, it legitimately took me a while to actually accept that this is what they were doing with the story. I don't know, Aisha, what did you think?
I couldn't believe it at first. I thought, same as you, that, that was just his way of copping out and not owning up to his responsibility, not getting in trouble with Iron Man and the law. But no, the fact that he was really just a stand-in. I was like, really? That's it? All that for nothing? Seriously?
Yeah, that really drove me crazy. I understand, and I'll keep coming back to this particular point during this discussion, that for the Iron Man movies, they tend to play the Iron Man movies from a more comedic angle than honestly I would like. And I get that, but it's like, I mean, to me, it's like this plot point just it didn't work. It didn't work. It was stupid. It was a plot twist for the sake of having a plot twist.
At least in the first Iron Man movie, you did not see his mentor being his enemy. That still takes me back.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
that was a good plot twist.
Yeah, that was a twist that at least made sense, right?
Right. Yes.
This one just didn't. It fell flat. So yeah, I don't know. That pissed me off. That just pissed me off.
And I'm looking, and some of the things that the Mandarin had, or Slatterly had, was not, the combination of the character was like the Asian robes, and I'm looking at all these different things. And apparently he had a Captain America shield tattooed on the back of his neck.
Yeah.
Where instead of a star, it was the A for Anarchy sign. Which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, but whole thing was just very irritating. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, because I've really wanted to kind of rant about that a bit. Overall, it's like, I mean, I actually did enjoy the movie. I like the fact that for Iron Man movie, it's like we honestly didn't see a lot of Iron Man in it. It's like I actually liked that this was Tony's movie, that it humanized his character a bit. My only complaint about that aspect is that, in my opinion, they didn't go far enough with it. They really had something there with seeing Tony after the events of New York, after the events of the Avengers, and how he's dealing and coping with this. They really could have done something with the PTSD and things of that nature, but they didn't go far enough into it. It's like they had him just kind of have panic attacks every now and then, and that was it. They really could have done a lot more with this angle, with this look at this character, I think, than they did.
I don't know. I think that was kind of the story with the kid. Is you have this character that starts out in Iron Man 1 realizing that the very weapons he made are pretty much the worst things on the planet. So he makes himself the master of all this technology to get rid of these evil things on the planet. And then he realizes that he ain't got shit on what the world really has, because the world really has gods and monsters and all this other fun, and wormholes to other galaxies. And it pretty much makes his ideas, his thoughts of everything belongs in science, and just blows that apart, expands that to such a degree that he has a hard time handling it. And that's where the post-traumatic, where the anxiety attacks come from, is because of the fact that he thought that he knew his world, and he doesn't know shit. And so now he's freaking out left and right, and they're showing that with the kid, because the kid is totally fucking with him, even causing anxiety attacks, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, I'll admit this. Like that one made me laugh.
And I think the movie was more about him kind of where you have this big grand fight, the big fight that happens at home, and I think that's what the movie was about, and they show that with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And
how about you, Aisha? What's your take? Huh? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say in the memorial in, I think it was New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm high on Mountain Dew. Don't mind me.
Oh, don't worry, man. I'm going the other way. Anyway, Aisha, what are your thoughts?
I like the fact that they showed that he actually had a problem coping with everything that happened in the Avengers movie. Because seriously, if they went from him just going to his regular self, like everything's fine in the world, I know where I am, I know what's going on, then I would have been disappointed. So the fact that they put the panic attacks in there and the fact that he had PTSD, that was really good. PSTD, sorry.
Yeah. And also, let me see. As much as I did not like the whole switcheroo with the Mandarin, I will say I really did like Guy Pearce's character.
I don't know. I thought it was a little overboard because
It was definitely overboard.
All of a sudden he could breathe fire and he did it only once. I mean, like that.
Oh, if we're getting into all the things that don't make sense, is like we'd be here for a while. It's like the house is blowing up and things are crazy. It's like, okay, better send my armor and put it on Pepper Potts. That's a good plan. But in the final battle, all these Iron Man suits around. Rhodey needs one. Oh, I'm sorry, they're all coded for me.
Well,
what happened? On that subject, it's like how is it that all of a sudden it's like, I mean, come on, let's think back for a second to Iron Man 1, okay? Let's think back to Iron Man 1 and the whole process of him becoming Iron Man and learning how the suit function and figuring out how to fly and all that. How can anyone all of a sudden just get in a fucking suit and do it? It's like, hey, I'm wearing an Iron Man suit. Here we go.
That actually did kind of bother me about this particular episode is that the president ended up in an Iron Man suit. The enforcer guy ended up in an Iron Man suit. It's like,
yeah.
What the hell?
It's like now all of a sudden anyone can pilot one of these things.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I don't think I can whip together that many people that can ride a bike. But all of a sudden, just anyone can just pilot an Iron Man suit. It's like, fuck, I want one. If these motherfuckers can do it, I can too. Shit. Well, everybody except Rhodey. Rhodey can only wear his suit. No other suit works other than Rhodey. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that Iron Man suits are racist. The black man can't pilot any of these fucking suits, but the white man can pilot any suit he wants. That's right. That's racist.
I think Tony was just fucking with Rhodey and making Rhodey get his own suit.
Yeah.
Because knowing Rhodey, he'd go, oh, okay, I'm in this new suit. This new suit's cool. I think I'm going to steal this one, too.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's possible.
This one's better than War Machine. This one now.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of War Machine...
in every suit.
What's that, Reggie?
I said Clippy is installed in every suit.
Yeah, Clippy, the little Microsoft thing. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Yeah, that's totally it. But let's see. Yeah. Speaking of that, it's like something else that I found irritating was and I've been saying this since before the movie was out when they were first showing all the pre-production stuff. Seeing the Iron Patriot, it's like I thought after I saw the movie I'd be kind of over the whole okay, I guess Rhodey is Iron Patriot now. It's like, see, because I'm too much of a comic book fan. It's like, and comic book fans know, it's like, I mean, Iron Patriot, that's Norman Osborn, and he's not a good guy. It's just weird seeing someone else in it, and people were telling me even before that, well, it's just a suit of armor, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, but no, for superheroes, it's like, no, it is that big of a deal. It's like, I mean, how the fuck would you feel if Riddler showed up and dressed as Batman? Would that fucking work for you?
No.
The Riddler would dress up as Batman, though. That's kind of the character.
No, but I'm saying if that was his outfit, if he was just Batman, cape, cowl, all that, then yep, Riddler. It's like, I mean, that doesn't work. The costume makes the superhero what they are. It's like, I mean, there's just certain things that aren't acceptable. It's like, if like in the next Superman movie that's coming out, Man of Steel, let's say he came out there and he was like fucking wearing Green Lantern's outfit, and that was a Superman suit. It's like, you'd be like, what the fuck? That's not Superman. That's Green Lantern. So that's what I was like, right, for this one. That is Iron Patriot.
I completely agree, but you can't use comic books as an example because various characters dress up as each other all the freaking time to hide their identity. Batman
to hide their identity, not to change their identity.
Batman all the time, and Batman.
Yeah, not to change their identity. It's like if you're gonna make a comic book based movie, it's like you're basing it on the comic books.
Well,
like, that's the icon you want to see.
Osborn in the Iron Man movies.
Then you shouldn't have fucking Iron Patriot in the goddamn Iron Man movies. That's my point. Colonel Rhodes is War Machine. God damn it. It's
Maybe
like,
they were
played on that nerve. It's like, I mean, even Rhodey in the fucking movie liked the name War Machine better. Then what the fuck did you become Iron Patriot for? Again. God damn it. It's bullshit.
And
that pisses me off more than the Mandarin thing. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to talk and I'm ranting.
No. Did you catch exactly who it was that rebranded War Machine to Iron Patriot?
No, I think I was too annoyed and wasn't paying attention.
Guy Pearce's, I forget the name of the company, but Guy Pearce's company.
Oh, AIM?
Mm-hmm. AIM.
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry, AIM.
Yeah.
But
it actually is a pretty big deal in the Marvel Universe, so I don't think we're going to see the last of them. Let me see. I was like, all right, so I've ranted about quite a few things. Before we even move on, it's like, is there anything else that was like just really irking me? Someone has to go off on, because I've been ranting for a while.
Actually, the thing that bugged me the most, because the other things I just found, I found so ridiculous that I just glossed over them. The thing that bugged me the most was the fact that everybody was wearing each other's suits.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, the president had a suit, and yeah. That's what bugged me the most, because it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You would think Jarvis would be like, no.
Yeah. You would really think so. How about you, Aisha? Was there anything for you that was just kind of like, well, what the hell?
No, besides the twist with the villain that wasn't really a villain. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just thought that was pretty crazy, but it's like I do want to give props to the kid played by Ty Simpkins, the kid that Harley that Tony spent the majority of the middle of the movie with. It's like I kind of like that pairing of him and this kid, and I really like the fact that when everything was said and done, that he went back and sent him a whole bunch of shit. Kind of, it was like, yeah, pimp my barn or whatever the fuck.
I was, strangely enough, I was watching a movie with Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis, where they're doing a road trip. I don't know the name of the movie offhand, but
I know what movie you're talking about.
But for some reason, Robert Downey Jr. talking to the kid in Iron Man 3 reminded me of how he talked to Zach Galifianakis in that movie at the end of the movie. Like he was talking, it's like, yeah, you're a little simple, but you're kind of cool.
Oh, best line in the entire movie, the one that had me cracking up, laughing so hard that I completely missed everything that happened after that. It was like one of the early scenes when he first meets the kid, and the kid's explaining to him, his background about how his dad left and everything, and Tony's response to that. It's like, oh yeah, that sucks. Dad's leave. You don't have to be a pussy about it. I was like, oh shit, he did not.
Yep. True but wrong.
I was rolling. I had tears coming out of my eyes and shit. I was like, God, that was fucking brutal.
But seriously, if you're going to have fellow guy friends, yeah, that just you have to get off your chest.
Yeah, but not on your first meeting.
Well, I mean, come on. I was an adult man. He had to deal with this sometime. Seriously. I I can understand kids his own age. Well, no, kids his own age would have been more cruel, actually. But still.
Yeah, that was just wow. All right, let's see some of the sequences. I really like that sequence where they attacked his house and whatnot. I thought that sequence, despite the things that didn't make any sense, like Pepper wearing the armor, that didn't make sense. But past that is like I thought that sequence was really well done.
To be fair, I actually I don't have a problem with Pepper wearing the armor. I don't have a problem with anyone wearing Armor 42. Because Armor 42 was brand new and probably not coded.
Fair enough. I guess I'll buy that. It would have been cool to see her in her armor.
Yeah, that would be nice. As either Rescue or Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Pepper has armor?
In the comics?
Yeah. In the comics, Pepper eventually does get her own suit of armor. First, wow. I think the first name she went. Wait, I get confused. Was the first name Rescue and then it went to Iron Maiden, or was it the other way around?
She was Rescue, and then someone else was Iron Maiden, but I think she briefly had the Iron Maiden armor or something like that. But she herself was Rescue.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And also in the Iron Man cartoon, where Iron Man's like a little kid, she has armor for like 1.5 out of the 2 seasons that aired.
Okay.
And the cartoon's actually really good, especially when you have crappy ones like Hulk Smash coming out and Teen Titans Go.
Oh, please don't even fucking get me started. I actually saw the trailer for the Teen Titans thing. It's like when we were going out to the movie theater, it's like well, let me just tell you all the story right quick. It was me, it was Aisha, and it was my auntie, and it was my cousin. And we all went out there. It's like I was sitting next to my cousin, and the commercial thing came up for the next Teen Titans cartoon. And he looked at me. He's like, "They're seriously doing another one of these damn things?" I was like, dude, I don't know. This one looks even stupider than the last one. It's like, I ain't watching it. I was like, I don't blame you. If your target audience doesn't want to watch it, you've done something wrong. It's like, see, I don't get the thing what they're doing these days with these. I know, this is another rant. I don't get what they're doing with these damn cartoons these days. Kids are not stupid. It's like, remember when we were kids and they had, like, sweet cartoons? Like, shit like, Batman the Animated Series. Batman the Animated Series is fucking awesome. It's still fucking awesome today. I'll watch the shit out of that today, and I'm 32 years old.
I was in the Marine Corps when that was on, and I still fucking watched it every day.
Hell yeah. And why? Because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Gargoyles was the shit.
Hell yeah, Gargoyles was shit. But I tried watching, what is it? I tried watching The Ultimate Spider-Man on Netflix because it was late at night and I was fucking bored. And it was just like, kids watch this shit? It's like, what happened to the cool shit?
Yeah, but that's still a lot better than Teen Titans Go or the Hulk Smash cartoon is about Hulk and Red Hulk and like 2 other Hulk-like characters living in the same house, and it's a reality series. I'm not even kidding.
Dead serious.
Wow.
You guys watching? You can Google that. It's like Hulk Agents of Smash or something like that. Just look it up on YouTube. Obviously, after you're finished watching us, and you'll see it, and you'll be like, "Oh God, they were right. This is dumb as hell." Trust me.
And Teen Titans Go has storylines like build a sandwich. That was in the very first episode. Is go to the various parts of the world to get the ingredients for the perfect sandwich. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
Okay. Cartoon rant over. Yeah. Sorry, you watchers. Like sometimes we get off on tangents. You're just gonna have to go with us when we do that because that's gonna happen. That's what we do.
All I know is they canceled Justice League for that shit, and Tron Evolution for that.
Yeah, it's like, we don't want the cool cartoons anymore. Let's get this bullshit on there with like low animation values. That sounds awesome.
So to get back on the topic, I like
What were we talking about again?
God, yeah, what were we talking about?
I like the rescue party that Iron Man had for how many people were up in the sky that came out of that plane?
Oh, yeah. When the president's plane got blown up and he was trying to get the survivors and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, that was that. I did like that. That was pretty cool. Although, like, I mean, I had to just ignore, simple things like physics and terminal velocity, and the fact that in reality that would have ripped everyone's arms off. I just had to, it's a movie, DeAno. It's a movie. It's a movie about a dude who dressed up in a suit of armor and can fucking fly. You're gonna have to let some shit go.
Did you understand how he was able to get them to not let go of the people that they had a hold of? Like, I had to watch. I was watching it the third time before I caught what he was doing.
Oh yeah, that part I got. The electrical charge and it forces their muscles to clench. Yeah, that actually makes scientific sense. I can go with that. But electricity charges don't turn someone's bones into adamantium. But anyway. But yeah, that was a pretty good stunt sequence. It's like, I mean, because we've all seen that scene that we're talking about here is like in the commercials and whatnot. And I was kind of wondering how that would happen and how that would get done. It's like I was kind of hoping they didn't kind of cheapen that by having, it's like I can only get so many of them, and then it's like, okay, here's Iron Patriot to the rescue. I mean, it's like that to me would have been a cop out. It was a very clever way of doing it, even though it in reality would have been impossible. But we're just going to move on past that.
I think my favorite scene was the final battle scene.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That was pretty awesome with the Iron Men flying around, being all controlled by their various Jarvi. Is that the plural of Jarvises?
Let's go with it.
Jarvi.
Jarvi, yeah.
Taking out bad guys. I thought it was pretty cool. Plus, it had Robert Downey Jr. fighting, and most of the time in the fight, even though he put on an Iron Man suit pretty early, still most of the time in the fight he was not in armor, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool just watching him, it's like, jump from armor to armor to armor, trying to figure out something that could beat these dudes. Is like, I mean, that to me was just an overall impressive fight. I do wish that that Rhodey would have stayed around, to help out. But I guess I get it. It's like, I mean, his job is to protect the president. He's like, hey, well, I did what I came to do. Holla. Good luck. Don't know what to tell you. President safe. I'm out this bitch. It's like, because I like that scene back in Iron Man 2 where the two of them were teaming up and doing the fighting. I just wish we would have seen a little bit more of that as well.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. One thing I want to mention about this movie, and I'm going to mention it now before I forget it, is that I truly do not believe that the extremist storyline in this is at all at an end.
No, not even close.
If there is an Iron Man 4, I'm pretty sure he's not going to have a metallic suit of armor anymore. I think it's all going to be bio machines and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, because the extremist storyline was actually a pretty major one in Iron Man, and it's like I'm kind of surprised they didn't go full Monty on that. I honestly I'll admit I was surprised when it was Pepper that got hit with the extremists.
Yeah,
I'll admit I did not see that shit coming. that was an honest surprise. But it's like, I mean, going off that and knowing eventually who she becomes, Rescue, could it be possible? Is like, next time we have an Avengers team up, she could go ahead and don an extremist suit of armor that Tony designs for her, specifically designed to take advantage of the extremists.
I think that they're probably going to go a different way with that. Is if you're going to have Rhodey and you're going to have Pepper Potts as possibly Rescue or anything like that for Avengers 2, I think that while the main Avengers are fighting whatever the big bad is, I think all the other superheroes that they're not putting into the movie, such as Hawkeye, by the way, which I just read yesterday, are
really?
going to be Yeah, I just read this yesterday. That he doesn't seem to be in the Avengers 2 movie. That they're going to have them fighting like limited fights wherever they happen to be. They're going to be defending their particular areas.
That would make sense. Like, I mean, because already Avengers 2 is looking like it's going to have a pretty damn full roster.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, I mean, look, Iron Man 3 is the first of the Phase 2 Marvel Universe movies that bridge the gap between the first Avengers movie and the second one. That's first. Next up, we have another Thor. We have another Captain America. We have Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's a big one because I think there's like, what, 4 or 5 of them?
I just know the squirrel.
Yeah, there's the squirrel. There's
in the tree.
Zoe Saldana's character. There's the son of Thanos, who's being played by Dave Bautista. And some other people. I'm sorry, it's like my Guardians of the Galaxy knowledge isn't really all that hype. I'll be honest, the first I'd heard about Guardians of the Galaxy is when the movie was announced. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I think I had seen them once before in a cartoon, but that was it. I mean, I don't know the DC universe as much as I thought, or sorry, the Marvel universe as much as I thought.
Yeah, a lot of obscure characters. And then it's like, and then there's still the things we don't know. It's like, I mean, I keep hearing rumors. Are they or are they not doing Black Panther? And
they just announced that they're filming in South America, actually. So that
no, they announced that they're filming the second Avengers is being filmed in South America.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's a pretty decent chance.
I mean, South Africa. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, there is a pretty good chance of them going that route, and there's still a lot of other characters they could also use. Like, I mean, Luke Cage. See, it's like I almost wish they could. What I really wish is that that Marvel and Disney had all of their licenses back like they're supposed to, so they could have, you know, more of the core Avengers here. It's like, I mean, because we all know Spider-Man's an Avenger and Wolverine's been an Avenger since like forever.
I really don't think they're going to put Luke Cage in it, specifically because of the fact that they already have a Luke Cage-like character in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show that is not Luke Cage.
That's true.
And we know. And I think it would be kind of stupid to have two of the same character, and only one of them is the popular one.
That's true. We'll have to see how it goes. Let's see. Do we have any more points to raise about this movie? Have we gotten everything out that we wanted to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Aisha, anything for you?
Well, I do like the ending, how Pepper saved the day.
Yeah, super Pepper.
Pretty much.
Extremist Pepper. And of course, it's like I do like how this whole thing, because the movie started with Tony talking to someone and telling them what was going on. We first find out after the credits that he's talking to his old buddy Bruce Banner, who apparently wasn't paying attention at all.
That scene, while amusing, I did not enjoy because all the other end scenes have led to another movie in one way or another.
That's true, but it's like I do agree with that. That it didn't lead into anything else. It was just kind of capping its own thing off. And
yeah, the only one that didn't do that was, of course, the Swarma, but they did an end cap scene before that, which was Thanos, and so because Avengers had two end caps. But yeah, yes. Every other movie, their end cap led to another movie, so it kind of pissed me off when this one didn't.
Well, let's hope they adjust that for the next movie. It's like I do believe the next one that's coming up is the Thor movie, right? That's the immediate next one, and then Captain America: Winter Soldier is after that. So for all you watching, it's like, yeah, we'll definitely be back for those. If you have anything for us, you can, of course, find our website, geeksandaround.com. That's where we post all of our TV and movie news and whatever other randomness that we do. If you have anything for us, you can hit us up at geeksandaround@gmail.com. Let's see, what else? We are going to be doing another show next week for Star Trek Into Darkness. That one's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, on Monday, we'll be back for our regularly scheduled episode on episode 8. Thank you. Episode 8 of Game of Thrones Second Sons. My name is DeAno Jackson with Geeks It Around.